Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the Justitia Awards Ceremony 2022. My name is Stefan Lenglinger and I'm honored to be your host for this evening. Now, with a round of applause, please welcome the Secretary General of the Justitia Awards, Franz Heidinger, and the President of the Women in Law Initiative, Alex Franz Thomaser. Welcome. Sie haben beide ein Mikrofon.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today, for the third time, we're celebrating female legal professionals who are truly inspiring role models for women all over the globe. We're celebrating this exciting event together with you, the participants of the Women in Law Conference 2022, as well as with us, members, supporters, allies, and partners. When we invited nominations for the Justitia Awards 2022, we did not expect to receive so many submissions from all around the globe, which have introduced us to the highest caliber of women in all legal professions. And we welcome all women in law. Tonight, we celebrate you. It is such a pleasure to host this remarkable gala, together with one of these trailblazing women in law, the president of the Women in Law Initiative, Alex Franz Thomaser. Alex, over to you.
Thank you, Stefan. Thank you, Franz. And a very warm welcome to everyone. Welcome to the Justitia Awards 2022. I am truly excited and so very, very proud to celebrate this event with all of you for the third time. You are the women in law who inspired us to initiate this award. You are the successful lawyers, judges, renowned scholars, highly motivated law school students, driven in-house counsel and hard-working public servants. You are the female legal professionals who lift each other up. Welcome to all of you. I'm also very pleased to once again welcome so many male allies. We appreciate your support of women in law. We value your commitment to keep fighting with us, to improve working environments and to increase equality and diversity in the legal professions. The Justitia Awards are organized by the Women in Law Initiative. Our organization strives to connect women and male allies in all fields of law and offers them a global platform to discuss current issues, learn from each other, and network across industry sectors and borders. We endeavor to open previously closed doors for women, improve the situation for women in the legal professions, and strengthen female leadership. In the last year, we have doubled and tripled our efforts and worked tirelessly on several projects. Our biggest event of the year, apart from the Justitia Awards, is our international conference, held in September each year. While we are wrapping up this year's conference, we have already started planning for 2023, when the conference will be held from September 14 to 16. So please, save the date, join us, come along. It was a great discussion the last 2 days, I tell you. We have expanded our academic engagement and currently offer women in law courses at several Austrian universities. Together with our extraordinary students, we examine the current situation of women in legal professions, raise awareness for diversity, and discuss practical solutions to achieve gender equality. This year, we started a new series called Insta Talks, where we interview Justitia Award laureates and brilliant women in law who have greatly impacted our organization to shed more light on these great women and inspire others in the legal field. But today we celebrate. We celebrate the achievements of women in the legal professions. We celebrate ourselves. Together, we will recharge and strengthen, be inspired, and honor the Women in Law 2022. Welcome to the Justitia Awards ceremony.
Alex, Franz, thank you both so much. Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the Women in Law Initiative wishes to, of course, thank all our sponsors and partners for their ongoing support of all activities. As a non-profit organization, the Women in Law Initiative and the Justitia Awards, of course, rely on strong partnerships to maintain their work for women in the legal professions. So we thank everyone who contributed to the Justitia Awards 2022, and we also look forward to the successful continuation of these collaborations. The Justitia Awards are a recognition of remarkable talent, they're a recognition of dedication, of strength, and last but not least also of courage. In 3 different categories, we honor extraordinary female laureates of all legal professions, and we'll go through these very briefly right now. The first are International Leaders and Lifetime Awards. Second, Achievements in Academia. And third, Young Achievers, as well as game changers and pioneers in their respective fields of law. The Laureate Selection Committee had to go through more than 100 different nominations, and the choices were not easy because of the so many fantastic nominees who would have deserved an award here tonight. So congratulations on your nomination for everyone who's nominated here. You're all, yes, a round of applause for that. Thank you. Having the sponsors up on the wall, of course. Now, as you see the list of our sponsors with a thank you note, of course, for making this here tonight possible. All the nominees here are, of course, role models for younger generations, and you inspire young women to go into law. The Justitia Award nominees and laureates 2022 are, of course, mentors for younger colleagues. They are researchers and scholars who examine inequality and develop new paths towards gender equality, which is, of course, the goal. And once again, they have shattered glass ceilings, they have broken down barriers, defied stereotypes and biases, and they have cheered and helped each other and used their success to support other women in law to come forward as much as they have. So we would also like to thank our selection committee for their time and also for their efforts in choosing this year's laureates. It was certainly no easy task going through these, as mentioned, more than 100 different nominations. And let me introduce you now in alphabetical order to the Laureate Selection Committee 2022, and we will have their name and also an image of them up on the screen. Marisa Sandra Eitzenberg is herself a Justitia Award laureate. She graduated from Buenos Aires University with a specialization in health law. She is the founder and also the academic director of the Health Observatory of the School of Law at UBA, and the first woman in Argentina to lead legal and ethical studies in digital health. Brigitte Bierlein is also a Justitia Award laureate. She was the first female president of the Austrian Constitutional Court, and in 2019 she was appointed as Federal Chancellor of the Republic of Austria and the first woman in Austria's history to hold this office. Christina Blacklaws, as president of the Law Society of England and also of Wales, Christina developed a lead program for women in leadership positions in the legal field, and today she runs her own consultancy business and is an award-winning published author. She's also one of our Justitia Award laureates. Michaela Klick is a legal counsel for UEFA's statutory and regulatory unit, where she takes the lead in all of the various regulatory-related matters. Michaela is also a Justitia Award laureate, and jointly with FIFA, she provides legal advice on the revision process of the statutes of the national associations that are affiliated with UEFA. Jarba Davuni is also a Justitia Award laureate. She is an internationally renowned scholar, researcher, and qualified barrister at law. She's the founder and also the executive director of the Institute for African Women in Law, and she's the recipient of the Obama White House Presidential Award. Lukas Flehner, you have him up here on the screen right next to her, is a senior partner at Alex Frank Rechtsanwälte GmbH, a gold sponsor of the Women in Law Initiative. And he's, of course, he's a partner at Fellner, Wratzfeld and Partner Rechtsanwälte. I got the lines mixed up here. Please excuse me, Lukas. Maybe in the future. We'll see if there's any offers coming in this evening. But for now, Lukas is, of course, at Fellner and Wratzfeld Partner Rechtsanwälte, a gold sponsor of this initiative here. And he has over 20 years of experience as a lawyer and worked for the Austrian Cartel Court and international law firms, not only in Vienna, but also in Brussels and in London. Alex Frank Thomas, got those two mixed up. She's a senior partner, of course, at Alex Frank Rechtsanwälte and also a gold sponsor of this initiative, the Women in Law. She co-founded the initiative 5 years ago, and she's a successful business lawyer, published author, and also a co-founder of the Eurasu Network and chair of the CSR Committee of CCBE, the Council of Bars and Law Societies of Europe. Omnia Gala is up here on the screen as well. She's a Justitia Award laureate, and she founded her honor setting the Bar Initiative, which fights gender-based discrimination in the Egyptian legal industry. She has filed suits against the Egyptian president, against the Egyptian Minister of Justice, and the head of the State Council. And she also teaches at Al-Azhar University, where she, of course, also mentors female students. Susanne Kals is a professor of business law at the University of Economics and Business right here in Vienna, the founder of the Austrian Supervisory Board Day and the Austrian Family Business Day, is also a Justitia Award laureate. Andrew Leck is the CEO at MSI Global Alliance, a silver sponsor of this right here, of the Women in Law Initiative. He coordinates the strategy set by the board of directors of MSI, a leading global association of independent legal and also accounting firms. And Andrew has several years of experience in various leadership positions. Elisabeth Soy-Lendwey is a contracts manager at Airbus Defence and Space GmbH in Germany, and she's also a Justitia Award laureate. She's a mentor to young professionals and also takes care of and advocates for children on the autism spectrum. Ilse Reiter-Sattlokal is an accomplished researcher and also a beloved lecturer at the Department for Legal and Constitutional History at the University of Vienna School of Law. As vice chair of the Senate of the University of Vienna, she holds one of the highest positions that one can hold at the university, and she's also, of course, a Justitia Award laureate as well. Carmen Thornton founded her own law firm when she was a young mother. She was one of the first lawyers in Austria to extensively use social media for marketing, for acquisition and PR, gaining over 17,000 followers on Instagram. And she's a prolific columnist and also a speaker. And Carmen is as well one of our Justitia Award laureates. Nida Usman Chowdhury, right next to her up here on the screen, writes for national and also for various international publications. She advises on gender and children's rights and teaches corporate law from a business and also a human rights perspective. The Justitia Award laureate also founded the Women in Law Initiative in Pakistan. Robert Wolf is not only himself a prolific lawyer, but also a certified court interpreter for the Italian language. He was elected president of the Austrian Bar in 2011, a position that he still holds to this day. Raffaella Zillner is a trained lawyer. She currently serves as general secretary at the Austrian Association for Betting and Gambling and is thus one of the few women in such a prominent leadership position in her industry. We thank all the members of the Justitia Award Selection Committee for their support. I think at this moment, a round of applause for your support. Thank you so much. Thank you first and foremost for taking the time to diligently review those more than 100 nominations that we received, and we appreciate that you shared your expertise with us. The high standards that you have guarantee that the worthiest winners were chosen. And in 2022, the competition was once again so strong that it proved almost too difficult to choose only one laureate per category. Thus, the selection committee decided to split the awards and choose international and then also national winners, which means that we will have 2 winners in each of the categories. So without further ado, let us find out who these outstanding women in law are. Here is our first category. That's going to be International Leaders Lifetime Award. Our first category celebrates the most talented and impactful women in the legal professions. With the International Leaders and the Lifetime Awards, we recognize their achievements and their contributions to society. The winner in category 1 is the Outstanding Woman of the Year. She has demonstrated excellence and she's proved herself to be the most innovative and groundbreaking lifetime achiever. And here are the remarkable shortlisted nominees, once again in alphabetical order, and we will have them up here on the screen. They are Erin Keskin, Dubravka Simonovic, and Mirella Visser. We'll start off with Erin Keskin. She's a Kurdish lawyer and human rights activist, and for more than 30 years she has fought for fundamental rights and for freedoms in Turkey, especially for women and the LGBTI+ community. Erin Keskin is a founding member of the Human Rights Foundation in Turkey, and she's also one of the founders of the Foundation for Society and Legal Studies. Erin has, of course, won various international awards which recognize the progress she drives in human and also in women's rights. Dubravka Simonovic is going to be up here on the screen right next. Yes, she's an international expert in human rights law. She initiated the Femicide Watch as a tool for the prevention of gender-related killings of women and was appointed United Nations Special Rapporteur on Violence Against Women in 2015. Dubravka has been a professor at the Women's Human Rights Training Institute since 2010, and she's a founding member of the National Committee for Equality of Women. Mirella Visser is up here right now. She's the founder of the Dutch Center for Inclusive Leadership, a leader of women's organizations promoting equal representation of women in decision-making positions in the public and also in the private sector. Mirella has been recognized as a thought leader and as a distinguished author and speaker on women and on leadership issues. She has been nominated for the title European of the Year 2007 for promoting the professional progress of women in the Netherlands and also in all of Europe. The award in this category now will be presented by Barbara Gött-Flemmich on behalf of the Federal Minister of Justice, Alma Sadic. I would kindly ask you to step forward and join me on stage right now with a round of applause, please. So now it's my honor to tell you all who has won the Justitia Award 2022 in the category European Leaders Lifetime Award. International goes to Erin Keskin. Congratulations. Unfortunately, Mrs. Keskin has not been allowed to leave Turkey to be with us here tonight and in order to join her award. So therefore, a friend of hers should be here to accept the award on Mrs. Keskin's behalf, and I would also ask her to join us on stage right now. Congratulations and thank you for taking the time. And even though Mrs. Keskin wasn't able to come, as I just mentioned, she sent us a short video message that we will have up on the screen right now.
Herkese merhaba. Ben Eren Keskin. Avukatım, insan hakları savunucusuyum. Aynı zamanda bir Kürt kadın ve feministim. Women in Law İnisiyatifi Ödül Komitesi'ne beni ödüle layık gördüğü için her şeyden önce çok teşekkür ediyorum. Kadına yönelik şiddetin çok yoğun olduğu bir coğrafyada yaşıyoruz. Ve ben de resmi güçler tarafından cinsel işkenceye maruz kalan kadınlara ve trans kadınlara avukatlık yapan bir derneğin başkanıyım. Aynı zamanda İnsan Hakları Derneği eş genel başkanıyım. Yaptığım çalışmalar nedeniyle çok uzun yıllar sürekli baskılara maruz kaldım. En son hakkımda 26 yıl 9 ay hapis cezası var yazdığım yazılar nedeniyle. Bunun dışında 5 yıldır da yurt dışına çıkamıyorum. Bu nedenle ödül almaya ben gelemedim. Çok isterdim orada olmayı. Ama bu tür ödüllerin hem onur verici yanı bir yana, aynı zamanda bizim gibi baskı altında yaşayan coğrafyaların insanları olarak çok koruyucu bir yanı olduğunu düşünüyorum. Bu ödülün beni koruyacağına inanıyorum. O nedenle bana bu ödülü veren, değerlendirme yapan herkese çok teşekkür ediyorum. Çok mutluyum.
Thank you so much. And well, I mentioned before in the introduction that it also takes a lot of courage to achieve a lot of these things that we will cherish tonight. And I think the example of Erin Keskin right now does prove that. Now let me introduce you to our 3 shortlisted nominees in the category International Leaders Lifetime Award National. They are Maria Berger, Katharina Lehmeier, and Marcella Brunbauer-Glaser. We'll start again with the alphabetical order and have their short vita right now. Maria Berger is an Austrian lawyer and politician. She has held several political functions in the Austrian Social Democratic Party. She served as a judge at the EU Court of Justice, as the Austrian Minister of Justice, and she was also a member of the European Parliament and its Legal Affairs Committee, as well as the Council of Ministers, 3 major EU institutions, of course. Maria Berger is also a visiting professor at the Institute of European Law at the University of Vienna. Katharina Lehmeier has been serving as the first female president of the Higher Regional Court Vienna since 2021. Katharina Lehmeier became president of Higher Regional Court Linz back in 2016, making her the first ever president of a Higher Regional Court in Austria. Before that, she was the first president of a court under the jurisdiction of Higher Regional Court Linz, and Katharina is a member of the University Council of the Johannes Kepler University, also in Linz, and today she's also our host of this very magnificent venue. Marcella Brunbauer-Glaser is a partner at Brunbauer Rechtsanwälte who started her career as a lawyer over 3 decades ago. Marcella was the first Austrian female lawyer to achieve direct admission to the bar in 2 different jurisdictions, that's in Austria and also additionally in New York. She pierced glass ceilings with high bar functions in the EU and also in Austria, in which she promotes the important role of female lawyers. And Marcella has also been working as a lecturer at different institutions and organizations since 1995. The award now in this category will be presented by Lukas Flehner, a partner at FVP and gold sponsor of the Women in Law Initiative. Join me on stage right now. Thank you so much. Now, once again, it is my pleasure to introduce our Justitia Award 2022 winner in the category International Leaders Lifetime Award National, and that is Maria Berger. Congratulations. Okay. Our hands are full for a second, but we would like to pass you the mic to say a few words.
Okay, thank you very much, and in particular, many thanks to the selection committee, and I'm really touched to get this award. And it, of course, all we discussed today, and also the context of this award, very much reminds me of my first years as a young academic at the University of Innsbruck. When we started, we were only 10% female students. The professors at the university told us it would have been better to go for a teacher's job, yeah, or do something less ambitious than becoming a lawyer. I was lucky to, having been one of the members of the first governmental committee working on women in law, and one of the questions, of course, was at the time, it was the early 80s, why there are only so few women in legal professions. And of course, there's still a lot to do. That was the topic of today. But as we are here, yeah, and I feel very familiar at this place as a Minister of Justice, I had the honor to reopen this palace after its renovation. And in this palace, we have now the Supreme Court, which is headed by women, and we have the Upper Regional Court for Vienna with Katharina Lehmeier as a president. So things have changed. Maybe not enough, or certainly not enough, but it's certainly there's some reason to be optimistic. And I really want to thank all the lawyers who are fighting so hard for the rights of women in countries where it's not easy. And if we have seen our colleague from Turkey, and there are so many very impressive women here, I think that we in Austria, we had it very comfortable, yeah, to do our career if we compare to the situation in many other countries. Also, I want to congratulate all those who were shortlisted together with me, Marcella Brunbauer and Katharina Lehmeier, sorry. Next time it will be different. And I wish you all a nice evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now, on behalf of Women in Law, I'm honored to congratulate these two remarkable winners, Erin Keskind and also, of course, Maria Berger. But we also want to congratulate all of our other shortlisted nominees. You are all incredible role models, and your hard work and dedication inspires all of us, especially the next generation of women in law. So please give another big round of applause for this year's Justitia Award shortlist in our first category. Thank you so much. Now, our second category, you can see it up here on the screen, Academia, honors female researchers and scholars in the field of law. The academic who will win the prize has conducted extensive research into questions of gender equality, of female careers, and related questions in all of the different legal professions. This research has had a significant impact or has delivered qualitatively and or quantitatively measurable and tangible results. The winner of the Justitia Award in Academia has influenced demonstrable changes, not only in attitudes, but also in beliefs and in practices towards women in the legal professions. I will now again present our shortlisted nominees in the second Justitia Award 2022 category, Academia International. Zlata Djurdjevic, she's a professor of criminal procedure, human rights, and international and European criminal law at the University of Zagreb. She has published extensively in the field of human rights, international criminal law, and criminal procedural law, and she has been cited by the European Court of Human Rights and has acted as an expert witness as well in the UNCITRAL and ICSID arbitrations. She's the president of the Working Group for the Criminal Procedure Act and a recipient of several international awards. Maria Patakiova is a Slovak lawyer who represents the Office of the Public Defender of Rights, and she's also a university professor in the field of commercial and financial law. She's a member of the board of directors of the European Public Law Organization in Athens and a member of the European Public Law Group, which focuses on the questions connected to the problematics of human rights in the European and also in the global context. Maria follows the principle that public power must be exercised in good faith, fairly, wisely, and of course in line with its true purpose. The award in this category will be presented by Rupert Wolf, the president of the Austrian Bar, and I may now kindly ask you to step forward with a round of applause, please. And our Justitia Award winner 2022 in the category Academia is Zlata Djordjevic. Congratulations. Now, Zlata, again, we would also like to ask you to maybe say a few words. Yes, we will hold the award here. There's a mic.
I'm really honored and grateful to the award committee and the Women in Law Initiative that it recognize my work and achievements as valuable for the feminism, women's rights, fight against sexism, patriarchy, violence, and mistreatment and discrimination against women. As a girl, I have recognized these realities very early on and did not accept them as a given fact or normal, but have fought against them all my life. I'm humbled to receive this award in a category International Academia, taking into account that I am a white woman living in Europe, in EU country, from ex-socialist country that is not unimportant as concerns the promotion of gender equality in society. And that my feminist sisters throughout the world live and fight in the autocracies, dictatorship, and totalitarian regimes where women are oppressed and are without basic rights, essential needs, legally non-existent, physically oppressed and intellectually deprived. In this fight, they don't only risk, as we have seen just now, their professional career, but much more, their freedom, attacks on their integrity, dignity, family, and life. And there is no award or appreciation that we can pay and match their sacrifices. As a professor of law, my message is that the women in Europe, particularly my colleagues in academia, have to stop to pretend that the gender discrimination does not exist, does not concern them because they have professionally succeeded. The more you advance in a professional hierarchy, the more independent and freer you become. Then you can choose to give up the fight and settle in a quite comfortable academic position, or you can step out from the comfort zone and fight against sexism, sexist practices, patriarchal relations, and unwritten rules in academic community. Finally, I would not be here without my fellow professors from the Faculty of Law in Zagreb, who together with me have won the first half of the match, passing the regulation on the protection of students from sexual harassment and gender discrimination at the Faculty of Law, University of Zagreb. The implementation of this regulation and proper protection of students by established body at our university is a second half of this match, which still is the battle that we have to win. And I would like to thank them with all my heart for nominating me. And at the end, I would like to say that I dedicate this award to my mother, who is a working woman with 3 children, who taught me to be proud, unsubmissive, and audacious. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much for those very inspiring words, and congratulations again. I may now present our shortlisted nominees in the second Justitia Award 2022 category Academia, right now on the national stage again. They are Elisabeth Holzleiter, Magdalena Pöschl, and Lisa Heschel. Elisabeth Holzleitner is the one we will start with. She's a professor of legal philosophy and legal gender studies. She served as head of the working group on equal treatment at the University of Vienna from 1994 until 2001, and has since drawn on her experiences of the hurdles women face in academic careers, incorporating her own insights into her scientific work. She's considered one of the leading scholars in this field, and Elisabeth is also the head of the working group for equal treatment at the University of Vienna and head of the research platform GAIN. Magdalena Pöschl is a professor of public law, also at the University of Vienna. The Principality of Liechtenstein awards scientists with a special prize each year, and in 2004, Magdalena won that prize for excellent work and research in her habilitation treatise Gleichheit vor dem Gesetz. Magdalena has been a full professor at the Institute of Constitutional and Administrative Law at the University of Vienna since 2012, where she holds a chair as a full university professor of constitutional and also administrative law. Lisa Heschel is a senior scientist at the European Training and Research Center on Human Rights and Democracy at the University of Graz. Lisa acts as an ethics expert at the European Commission, and she's also responsible for evaluating the ethical dimensions of EU research projects. She's a member of a monitoring committee that then oversees the implementation of the UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities. Lisa's efforts have been recognized by multiple organizations. The award in this category now will be presented by Ilse Reiter-Sattlukal, University of Vienna School of Law and Justitia Award Laureate 2020. I'd like to ask you to step forward with a round of applause again. Thank you so much. And our winner in the national category Academia in this year's Justitia Awards is Elisabeth Holzleitner. Congratulations.
So, thank you so much. This is really a great honor for me. I'm particularly humbled considering all the fantastic colleagues who were also nominated. I'm in awe of your achievements. I want to thank those who nominated me. That was very kind of you. I also want to thank my law faculty for providing me with resources and recognition for my work, and for providing a home to our interdisciplinary research platform, GAIN, Gender Ambivalent Invisibilities. And this is something I consider particularly important for my work, interdisciplinary cooperation with sociologists, political scientists, people from linguistics, etc. This is really very fruitful for my own work. We are living in troubled and challenging times. We have heard too much about that already, because it is unfortunately so true. Violence against women and against LGBTIQ plus people is on the rise. Anti-genderism, the contempt for gender non-conforming men, women and other genders has become a trademark of autocratic, ethno-nationalist right-wing movements. Some of these movements have acquired positions in governments. I understand my own work in intersectional legal gender and queer studies as a counterpart to these tendencies. And I particularly profit from discussions with colleagues, with students, and trying to develop strategies against these kinds of tendencies. A commitment to human rights, democracy, and the rule of law is at its core. The appreciation of my work represented by this award provides me with a burst of fresh energy, and I just want to thank you very much again.
Congratulations. Congratulations to the winners in the category Academia, Zlata Djordjevic and Elisabeth Holzleitner. We also congratulate all of our shortlisted nominees in this category. Your academic work is not only an inspiration to, but also forms the basis for much needed change in laws and their practical application. You support your fellow women in law and change the world. So once again, please a round of applause for everyone who was nominated in this category. Now, our nominees in category 3, we already have it up here on the screen, cover a very broad range of achievements. They are pioneers who have shattered glass ceiling in their field and paved the way for other women who followed them. They are game changers who promoted innovative approaches and created opportunities for women in law. And they are young legal professionals, the next generation, so to speak, who champion new ways of working where business as usual has failed, and they succeed instead with innovative and out-of-the-box solutions. Our shortlisted nominees in the category Young Achievers, Game Changers, Pioneers International are Tadala Cinquesule, Aparna Mittal, and Mevish Mohib Kakakel. Tadala Cinquesule is a Malawian lawyer and notary public. Tadala has contributed extensively to several areas and also in diverse roles. To name a few, during her tenure as president of WLA, the organization was successful in key Malawian cases. During her tenure as president of YALI, she led the executive committee and the organization in the Malawi votes in 2019, whose target was to reach 1,000 young people. However, through teamwork, the project reached over 10,000 to raise awareness about the right to vote and also ensuring peace. Aparna Mittal is an internationally recognized corporate lawyer with over 17 years of experience. In 2018, Aparna quit her high-profile job at a Tier 1 Indian law firm where she was a lead partner to set up Samana as a diversity, equity and inclusion business focused on consultancy in India, and this made her a very first mover in this area in India. She has already advised over 100 entities all over the globe, and Aparna has been recognized as the leading consultant focused on equality and inclusion for all segments of society. Mevish Mohib Kakakel is an advocate in the High Court, a partner at Kakakel Law Associates, and a member of the Kiva Pakhtunkhwa Lead Women in Law Network. Mevish is also a member of the special committee constituted under the Anti-Rape Act 2021 and also president of the female section of the Pakistan Jurists Association. Mevish has made it her vocation to help people in need, and she constantly proves her generosity and also her motivation, for example, by providing free legal aid or delivering free legal awareness sessions. And now I may present the winner in the international category Young Achievers, Game Changers, Pioneer, Tadala Cinquesule. Congratulations, and join us up on stage. Now, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, Tadala was not able to attend the ceremony here tonight in person, which is why she sent us, of course, a very short video message that we will have up on the screen right now.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to thank the Women in Law Initiative for this award. I am greatly humbled to be recognized as a game changer and pioneer, and to have been nominated alongside great women in law. I congratulate my fellow nominees. I would like to thank my family and friends for the support that they've rendered to me, especially my husband, Esau, and our 2 children, Joshua and Ruth. I'm grateful for the different platforms where I've been able to serve women and youth, such as being council member for SADC Lawyers, council member for Commonwealth Lawyers Association, being president for the Women Lawyers Association, being president for YALI Association, and being vice president for the Malawi Law Society. My story would not be complete without talking about my entrepreneurship journey, which I've been able to undertake through Easter events which I founded, Tipeze Flea Markets, where over 1,000 traders, mostly women and youth, have been empowered. My gratitude also goes to the different coaches I've had over my career. In a special way, I would like to recognize the person who nominated me for this award. I dedicate this award to my mother, Emily Moira Muyaya, who always believed in me from a very tender age. Mom, this one is for you. I thank you all for the recognition.
Yes, congratulations again. And let me now present to you the shortlisted nominees in the category Young Achievers, Game Changers, Pioneers National. They are Dora Bertrand, Katharina Bisset, and Jeanette Gorzala. Dora Bertrand is the founder of Paragraphinnen, an Austrian initiative that aims to support and inspire young women in law, especially law students. And Dora has started the initiative while still being a law student herself. She has been active in the legal world now for several years, especially in the legal tech scene. In 2019, Dora Bertrand was elected president of the student body that represents over 13,000 students at the University of Vienna Faculty of Law. Katharina Bisset is an attorney in Vienna and a co-founder and managing director of the legal tech companies Nerds of Law OG and Netzbeweis GmbH. At Netzbeweis, Katharina and her colleagues work on revolutionizing the preservation of evidence on the internet. Katharina also works as a lecturer at different universities where she then teaches IP and IT law, data protection law, and also e-commerce law. She's an author, lecturer at different organizations, a disciplinary council member of the Lower Austrian Bar. Jeanette Gorzala was head of corporate and M&A at Stadler Völkel Attorneys, head of the legal and regulatory department at AI Austria, Austrian representative at the European AI Forum, and a co-founder of DLT Austria. Professionally and also personally, Jeanette has devoted herself to improving opportunities for her fellow women in law. And Jeanette also works with the European Commission on crafting a European framework for trustworthy artificial intelligence all over Europe. And recently, she also founded her very own law firm. The award in our third category will be presented by Maria Haas from Hypo Tirol Bank, one of our silver sponsors. I'd like to ask you to step forward with a round of applause, please. And the Justitia Award for Young Achievers, Game Changers, Pioneers nationally goes to Dora Bertrand. Congratulations.
Well, this is a tremendous honor to even have been considered here, standing in front of all of you amazing, inspiring men and women in particular, who have already made their names in various legal fields all over the world. I am truly humbled, as I'm still a law student and I still have a long way to go. But as you have heard, the reason why I am here today is because I have founded an initiative, one that is very dear and very close to my heart, which is Paragraphinnen. And we are aimed at empowering female law students and young professionals through transfer of know-how. So in the last year, since we have started, we have over 400 members Austria-wide and a team of 15 brilliant, intelligent young women who I'm lucky enough to work with every single day. So this award, getting emotional, is as much for them as it is for me. So it is also so much more than that. I think it is a recognition that the empowerment of women is devoid of age, professional rank, even gender and race, as we have heard today. So I would like to thank everyone, especially the founders of the Women in Law Initiative, all of the laureates, for acknowledging our work and especially paving the way for people like me to be able to stand here today. So, thank you.
We're very happy to see so much cheerfulness in everyone's face after receiving the award. What an amazing inspiration, of course, these women are. Congratulations to Tadala Cinquesule and Dora Bertrand. And we also, yes, a round of applause, please, at this moment again. And if you may, a round of applause for our shortlisted nominees in this category too. You are all amazing. Thank you so much. So these were all the awards that we had to give tonight. Congratulations to all the nominees and also all the winners of the Justitia Awards 2022. You are all the true champions of women in law. And we very much look forward to welcoming you, the winners of 2022, to the Justitia Awards Selection Committee for 2023. The nominations for the Justitia Awards 2023 will open very soon. So the questions are, who are you going to nominate? Who is your inspiration to strive for more in the legal professions? Who deserves international recognition for their achievements and their support of other women in law? Who are the next game changers and pioneers who represent an entirely new generation of female legal professionals? We look forward to your nominations for the Justitia Awards 2023. Thank you all for joining us for the third time in this wonderful celebration of women in law. We look forward to seeing you all in person next year when we will present the Justitia Awards 2023. And it's my pleasure to invite you to the next Women in Law conference, which will take place from September 14th to September 16th, 2023, once again here in Vienna. I'm Stefan Denglinger, and it was my honor to be your host tonight. Once again, congratulations to everyone. Thank you for celebrating these amazing women in law with us, and we look forward to seeing you all again next year. Good night. Thank you so much.